Are you a dreamer or are you a doubter? If you're a doubter, you see yourself as a realist. Like, come on, I'm just trying to be realistic. If you're a dreamer, you go, I'm an optimist. Good things are going to happen. Now, if the dreamer is looking at the doubter, they're saying, yeah, you might be realistic, but you're a pessimist, man. You are living such a negative life. But the doubter would say to the dreamer, you're delusional. Don't you understand things just don't work out that way? It's a dilemma, right? So which character do you choose? Hey, my name is Dave Enns, and I'm the life group guy here at North Coast, overseeing all of our life groups. And I am here excited to share with you this summer, dosers, about choose your character. And I'm going to go in a direction that you aren't expecting, because we're going to talk about what do you do when doubt comes up, that you are a doubter, and actually the benefit of some of that. And we're going to a popular or not so popular disciple is Doubting Thomas. And let's pick up the story there as he is encountering Jesus after the resurrection and see what we can learn from him. It starts off in John chapter 20, verse 24. Now Thomas, also known as Didymus, one of the 12, was not with the disciples when Jesus came. So the other disciples told him, we have seen the Lord. So Jesus appears. But he said to them, unless I see the nail marks in his hands and put my finger where the nails were and put my hand into his side, I will not believe. So he laid it out there. I'm not going to believe. Now, that doesn't seem totally crazy. Jesus is risen from the dead. It's like, wait, he believed in him. He's not saying he doesn't, but he's just like, this is hard for me to believe. So verse 26 picks up, says, a week later, so 7 days later, his disciples were in the house again, and Thomas was with them. And though the doors were locked, Jesus came and stood among them and said, peace be with you. Calmly. Peace be with you. Then he said to Thomas, put your finger here, see my hands, reach out your hand and put it into my side. Stop doubting and believe. And Thomas said to him, my Lord and my God. Powerful stuff. Isn't it interesting here that it says nowhere that Jesus condemned his doubt? Isn't that good news? Because doubt actually is a normal thing that happens. Of course, at times, and Scripture has nuances there. If we're caught in doubt and it's tossing all kinds of different directions, we got to be careful with that. But it's also part of the process. And again, doubt is a normal part that it shows we're using our brains trying to figure things out. See, what Thomas did is he stayed engaged. He stayed there with his community. He wasn't denying who Jesus was. He was trying to figure out who and how this whole thing worked itself out. His doubt didn't cause him to become disobedient or delinquent, but rather to remain diligent in moving towards Jesus. He sat with him, he came before him. Because see, once we step into the presence of Jesus, we step in with his community, all of a sudden we see incredible things happen. Because here's what's going to happen as you move towards Jesus. Hebrews 4:14 says this, for we do not have a priest who is unable to empathize with our weaknesses, but we have one who has been tempted in every way, just as we are, yet he did not sin. Let us then approach God's throne of grace with confidence so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need, to be able to deal with whatever that issue is and the doubts as to whether Jesus is going to come through. And when we step into his presence, he will. It may not look exactly how we thought, but what we will find out is that he is risen, and he's risen indeed. So this summer, make sure you continue to move towards him. Walk, talk, stop, listen, read, run, rest, write, share, communicate. Continue to be with Jesus. Hope that encourages you daily dosers today, and don't be afraid of your doubt, but keep moving forward.